Mm. Hmm. I guess we are live. So, okay. So, as a quick intro, what we are doing in this live stream, we are just making Filer to accept extensions. Yeah, the Filer is now at this point should support the extension or extensibility support, like other developers can create extensions, because the issues on fyler.nvim repository are pretty specific to their needs. So it is better to make fyler.nvim to support the extension things, right? So that people can um, simply create their own specific extensions to tweak fyler.nvim however they like. So that's the most, most important thing in this today's stream. So that's what we're gonna do. So that's the motto of this stream. Let's start, guys. First of all, I have to review this pull request, how this thing works. Okay, so we have an auto indent. Let's see how this thing works. Okay, do we have any git diffs? Oh man, there are so many diffs. Okay. Actually, I'm working on some performance optimizations. Yeah, some potential performance improvement. I tried so many things like diffing, but that was a wrong choice to add diffings. Diffing doesn't add that much of a performance boost in this plugin. Instead, it creates so many complexity, which which is not a fair trade-off. So what I decide that we just drop the diffing functionality of rendering, and we just focus on the extensibility of this plugin. So in this stream, I'm gonna implement first we gonna review this PR. Then second thing, we're going to complete or enhance the APIs for which are exposed to a normal user. We improve those APIs because there are some issues about those APIs, and then we're going to make this plugin to accept extensions, right? And maybe in this what's the day? It's Saturday, right? So maybe in the next week we shift this fyler.nvim repository to their dedicated account, like fyler.org/fyler.nvim, because we will create so many specific extensions like beta status and so many other specific things which are which doesn't have to be directly integrated in the fyler.nvim, like git status. Git status shouldn't be a built-in feature for a file manager, right? Okay, so any comments? Nothing. So let's review this PR. How am I going to do this? Let's first stash all the changes. Yeah, sure. Let's stash all the changes, and I'm gonna name it nothing, I guess. Temp perf. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So let's go to the branches. Let's fetch pull. Okay, this one. Okay, pull. Which one is this? It's 200. Wait just a minute. What's the branch name? Okay, so 200. 200 head. It's me. Let's grab it. Okay, and let's switch to this branch. Where is this thing? Hey, git switch, git switch min. Oh no, that's a bummer. Come on. Um, yeah. Okay, just review this PR. Anyways, I don't really care. So let's say this is the fyler.nvim, right? So what's the next thing? Let me create a, let's open this thing in a test directory because any comments so far? Nothing. Okay. So the thing is, let's delete this one, right? Okay. No, it doesn't seem to be working. Auto indent feature, I guess so. Or maybe down. No, it doesn't seem. I mean, what is this actually? Let's read it carefully. Pressing O while an open folder adds a new line, but without indentation. This prompts the creation of a file on the same level. Am I doing something wrong? Wait a minute. It's correct. I'm pointing to the directory. That's good. What's the next thing then? This should work, right? So this is an open folder, right? No, the auto indentation is not working. At least not right now. Do we have the updated code? Where is this? Okay, in the auto commands, right? Like here. Yeah, we have it. You can see we have this thing here. For some reason, it's not working. Auto indent feature is not working. A file type for filer. Let's see. Okay. Um, it's fired. Why? Why this thing is fired? Okay, whatever. I don't really care. Let's do here. No, auto indenting is not working. Because that, if you want to achieve this behavior, it's already, implemented. Okay. Can you provide a simpler demo for which explains the before and after? Mm, because I don't see any difference, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. But this issue clearly says that the O key, which is the built-in key for, in the Vim, if you press O, it brings you to the new line with the proper indentation. But here, it doesn't seem to be working because I think it's a language specific thing. I mean, he's talking about like this thing. Oh, wait a minute. Like, if you go to main.cpp and like main, and you do that, you can see, like, you can see here, if I press O, the proper indentation automatically added. So this is what we're trying to achieve, but doesn't seem to be working here. Anyways, any comments so far? Okay. Anyways, he can work on this thing, right? So What's the next thing? So next thing is to complete the APIs, right? So for now, I'm gonna, discard the changes for now. Discard, and where is this thing? Hmm. So this thing is not merged, right? Okay, so I'm gonna um, discard this reset. Let's do a soft reset. Okay, and we can discard those changes, right? So yeah, there are nothing but those order name things. Okay, let's just discard those changes. Okay, fine. So this is an experimental branch, and let's pop out z pop this one. Let's pop out those things. Okay, fine. It's kind of stuck. Come on. Let me kill it. Yeah, there's a problem because I currently completely removed the Explorer module, so it's kind of a pain. So what's the next thing? Next thing is just to complete the Finder APIs. So, okay. So let's have a map, right? A current. So there was no current. Okay. Instances, or maybe instance is equals to something like that, right? Uh, it's a table of a string to a finder. That's the thing. Yeah, looks correct. And what do we have to do now? All right. So if there is no current, right? If there is no current, then we have to make one, right? All right, so if we have no current instance active at this point, then we have to make one and we have to open it. But first thing first, I don't wanna, the open thing. Open. Okay, so open function only takes the kind parameters. Why we are registering? Wait just a minute. I'm doing something wrong. That should be, the configuration. Fyler.config. That's the thing. Nice. But actually, wait just a minute. Why we have to do that? Doesn't make any sense, right? So let's just do this dir. Let's change the definition here, and it's simply be like require, or maybe let's just be config require for a config like that, and do config. Perfect. Looks clean to me. And now we can create a finder only with the dir, nothing else. So if there is no current thing, then first we're gonna find it. So m dot instances, instance of this dir equals to that. I mean, an optional operator. Fine. Okay, but there is a problem because they cannot be provided. There is a chance So let's say these are somehow nil, right? These are somehow nil. So let's do a dir, or maybe just dir, and the kind is equals to compute opts with the this and what to say? Require. Hmm, what's wrong? Am I missing something? Cannot assign float, replace with above. An optional thing, huh? Oh, okay. This one, this one, right? That should do the trick. Okay. Okay, let's do a config, and that will be just provide here like that, do config like that, and config like that. So, and here, let's expect a config, remove from here, and that should do the trick, I guess. Let me just get going. Mixing panel to set extensions. That should do the trick. Now, what's the next thing? Um, all right, so if there is no current, okay, but now we have a guarantee that we have a current instance, right? Not right now. Let's do a current like this, and we will do current is equals to current like that, and in between we will do our operations. So what do we have to do? So current, just open up with the defined kind, I guess. Maybe we don't have to do that because there's no problem with the previous approach, because ultimately we are just, wait just a minute. Okay, there's a kind. Here you go. Nice one. So if there is no current instance, then we create one and we open it up. And if there are, I mean, if there is, then we have two conditions. So if there is a m dot current, what do you call it? Same as dir and kind, right? So if it is equals to the same, I mean, if the current instance is equal to what we want, then we don't have to do anything. But instead, we can reverse this condition, and if that isn't true, then we can close the current one, like current will be closed like that, and we current is equals to m dot instance of the dir, or or finder dot new the dir and the config, and m dot current will open with the corresponding kind. So that should do the trick, I guess. Right? Yeah, looks okay to me. But there is a problem, right? Still we have a problem. Let's open the file or Lua and do. Okay. Okay. We don't need that. We don't need it. No need of single instance, actually. Let's do this. Okay, so we have to accept some options. So let's do this, I guess. Um, Actually, wait just a minute. So function, not function, it's explorer dot, actually it's not a explorer anymore. Finder is equals to require filer dot finder, and finder dot open. So we will just pass this thing into the schedule wrap and everything will be fine. So what's the next thing? The closing thing, right? Close. So the dir we have, okay, so we don't need to do that. It will automatically close it. So to close it, we have to get the current instance. So if m dot current, then m dot current close. That's what we do. Finder dot close, like that. So that is another exposed API, and there's a toggle functionality as well. So how are we gonna implement the toggle functionality? It's pretty simple. Just make a toggle function, and this toggle will also accept some, options, the dir and the kind, and same thing, dir kind is equals to compute ops with the dir kind and the configuration. Let's import the configuration here, and in the configuration now we have the default value, dir and the kind. So now we can clearly toggle the thing, So if there is any kind of instance, we have to close it no matter what. So we have to close it. So if we have m dot current instance, right? So if we have a current instance, okay, wait just a minute. Equals to no. That's pretty good. Okay. Nice. So if we have a current instance, then we're going to close it. Or maybe we can just simply do m.close. Yeah. So if we have any instance, which is actually open, then we can simply close it. Now, after closing it, we have to, okay, wait just a minute. If this is a toggle functionality, so we cannot do that. Now we have to consider it like that. So if there is a current instance, then we can close it. Otherwise, we will open a, new one. And how I'm gonna do that? It's wait just a minute. M dot current. No, we don't need that. Okay, so m dot current is equals to m dot instance of dir, or maybe a finder new dir with config. And wait just a minute. Why I'm doing this thing again and again? Just open it up with this dir and the config. I mean, that's the whole thing we need, right? Oh, okay, this one. I think that should do the trick. So that's the toggle function. Yeah. I think I miscalculated this thing. Wait just a minute. Uh, that thing should be, like options. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay. Or maybe we can, let's put this thing here and let's put this thing here. Perfect. So all those APIs are perfectly, refactored. So can we try that? Okay, let's just not do that. And for now, that is this. So we have a parser thing, right? Parser. In which thing? Files init. Oh, files init. We have a parser. Filer finder parser. Explorer. Like that. So we still have some places where we are using this. This is Finder, and this is Explorer again. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just simply disable this API for now. I mean, there is nothing I can do at this point. And the same thing for here, the parser. And there is no Explorer anymore. It's a Finder. There you go. And it's a close, not a underscore close. And actually, there are so many problems, but we will catch up this later. So we have to fix those actions actually. There's nothing. Okay, let's reopen it again. Okay, options, a nil value. Yeah, so wait just a minute. I mean, options equals to options or an empty table like that. Same thing for toggle. Here we go. And let's try to do again. Okay, where? In open. and get win config. We got an error. Where did this thing happens? Where is this thing happening? Oh man. Get win config. This thing here, right? Kind presets, table merge force. Okay, so error is after that. So if I do finder init in open function right here, so we have some problems. Config Lua, get reversed maps. So get reverse maps is also okay, I guess. Print hello. This time hello is not printed out. That means the problem is here. Okay, so we need to provide a kind attribute here. Okay, yeah, this time it's work. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, there are some problems like drop changes, but don't worry, we will fix that. We will definitely fix it. So this is the same as function. So for now, I'm gonna do and copy all the things here. So let's put this here on the top, and this is okay. So let's do some copy pasting from our current code base. Here, where is this thing actually? It's in Explorer and it. No, it's Explorer Lua. Yeah. Is there any response with that pull request? Sure, let's do it. Hey, what do you mean? Of course, but I don't have any screen recording software on this computer, so I can only describe it to you screenshot. Before it, if I press O on the snacks folder, the new line will go to the very first column. Oh man, I don't think that's a thing. Oh, I get it, I get it. Yeah, 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 that could be the problem. But this is not the correct way to do that because yeah, we have to maintain all this code for no reason. Maybe just an auto indent feature or a smart indent feature will be enough to do that. Or maybe who knows. Let's try to do it. Okay. Don't you think this whole thing same uh, same results can be achieved through what do we call it? Are they buffer option or the window options? Let's try it. So vim.bo dot smart indent. Okay, so these are buffer options. Got it. Achieved through buffer options in the config in the default configuration options. In the default configuration options, um, like auto indent equals true, smart indent equals true, etc. All options related to indentation. Because in fully configured neovim configuration, this thing is already working as expected, right? Okay, maybe I am wrong. Please confirm and please confirm. So that's the thing. Because I don't want to maintain, additional codes like auto commands. If that thing can be achieved through simple default configuration options for buffer or windows, then I'm gonna, stick with those simple simple changes instead of having those, auto commands, because I don't want to maintain all those auto commands like these. I don't want to maintain these auto commands, because if same results can be achieved through simple buffer options, then I'm going with the second approach instead of using auto commands. You know, hello and welcome to the stream, whoever joining right now. Okay, what's the next thing? So let's test the toggle functionality. So toggle working fine. And let's do a toggle with a directory like home username. That thing is not working actually. No, I think it is pretty expected. What we are doing. Can you guys give me a little, hint for this user experience? I mean, let's say we open the fyler instance in a replace window kind. I mean, like oil and vim. This plugin will take over your current buffer and display all the things, right? So whenever we try to use the toggle API of this plugin, what could be the expected behavior? I mean, should it close it, or it should open a new instance after closing this one with this directory? So what should be the expected behavior? Because this directory and this currently open directory are different. So what should be the expected behavior? Either, I mean, it could be, just close this instance, or it could be close this instance and then open the new instance with this directory. So what do you guys prefer? Only I mean, there is only one people who watching. So just tell me, which option would you prefer? Should it just close the current window, or it should close and open a new instance with this directory? Or maybe no one here to reply actually. So, okay, I'm gonna pass. So I'm gonna stick with this thing, right? So I'm gonna stick with this thing because this feels more natural. And if I open it and let's do a close API, so it closed it. And if I again press close, nothing happens because the thing is already closed, right? And if I do open, it's open it up, close. And if I open with a different dir, like um, so it opened with the different dir. Perfect. um Wait a minute, nothing is happening. Something's wrong. um Something is wrong, man. Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. So what should I do? Should I, close it? Wait a minute. Actions. And instead of doing with the self, we can simply um I don't know, it's pretty confusing. Like we can do like fyler dot. Actually, we don't need this close action, right? So I'm gonna take the note for this. What we changed. So this is a breaking change, right? Uh, Remove closed action. So that's what we did. Nice. So we simply remove the clause action. This is a breaking change, but there is not a problem with that because we simply added a much simpler API to close the current instance. So that should be fine. I'm gonna make the documentation clean so that the new changes can be adapted easily by the users. All right, so not a problem. So I'm not gonna press the Q to close it. So let's do one more thing. So let's open this thing. Enclose is not available. So where we are using enclose? Oh, here it is. Let's remove it from here and also remove it from, config and close view. We don't no longer need that. Close view. There is no need. Perfect. Um, Open it up and let's open with the different directory like home. Okay, it's working. And what if I do a toggle? on that. So perfect. That makes sense. So what's the next thing that we have to do? Because those new APIs working fine. Yeah, so we have to tackle with the, what do you call it? The track buffer API. This is the last API, and I believe not the renderer. Yeah, so this is one, this API will be the last one. After that, we can, transfer all the functions. So what we have to do is just, let's go here. Is there any reply? I don't think so. Let's go on, not issues. And let's do Explorer Lua. In Explorer Lua, we have a track, 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 buffer, like this one, right? There's a long way to go to refactor the whole code base right now. I mean, not the whole code base, but there are so many things that I want to refactor, like the FS module, because there are some, operating system compatibility issues, like especially for Windows, because for some ridiculous reasons, Windows uses backslashes in the path. I don't know why. So I'm going to refactor the FS module so that it can automatically adapt different operating systems, right? So that's the thing. So let's rename it to Finder. And this thing is no longer eutil, it's just a parser. And this util, let's import util, util fyler.lib.util, like that. .fn. That's interesting. Self.current working directory. Actually, it's just self.dir. And yeah, if you are tracking the buffer, then that has to be, we don't need it. And these are files. Any comments so far? Nothing. If you are new joining to this stream, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you have any questions, then ask. I mean, if you don't know what I'm doing anyways. So, um, there's no use of the current directory. I mean, what the hell am I using it for? Okay. Not name. What do you mean by that? Not a name. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. So here you go. So we no longer need that. There's no git blame here for this line. Oh, come on. So, okay, so uh, this is the track buffer thing. Got it. Nice. I think name is an obvious thing. We don't have to check for the null safety. I mean, it's okay because we're going to expose another API like m dot track buffer the name, and that name will be an optional thing. Param name string with this, and if name, then we will track it. Okay, so if we have a name and we have m dot current, so if we have a current instance and we have a name, then we're gonna m dot current. Shahid, welcome to the live stream. Am I missing something? Maybe. Track buffer with a name. So that should do the trick, right? And let's see. Okay, we have a debounce effect. So that will be a finder dot track buffer like that. Nice. And there's one more thing with the auto commands, like a track buffer thing. So what are we gonna do here is, yeah, I think it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's okay. It's completely fine. And what are we gonna do here is let's do this recover thing. So let's just uncomment this, and we don't need, I mean, we no longer need this thing. What an actual thing. Um, Actually, let's, I mean, comment this out and let's add a to do. Um, Complete this auto command, right? That should do the trick. Well, let me just check something. Is my voice clear to you all? We have a select operation. Um, there is a draw indent scope. All right. For now, I'm gonna simply copy paste this operation. I mean, no problem. We will refactor this thing later. I mean, for now, I can't do anything. Okay, so fs dot is dir, fs dot is dir, fs dot parent. This will be a finder. Okay, we don't no longer need that. It's just the dir. Okay, this is an asynchronous function, so it's fine. It is. Okay, thanks for confirming. I mean, there was sometimes that my voice is not clear. I mean, maybe some um, hyperland issues, but glad to hear that it's not the case this time. What are you making? Actually, I'm not exactly making. I'm upgrading the fyler.nvim plugin. And as a quick introduction, fyler.nvim is a modern file manager, very, very similar to oil and vim, but it can provide you this preview. And what specifically I'm doing on this stream is to support the extension. Currently, we are upgrading fyler and vim so that it can accept extensions, because you can see here in this screenshot, if it opens, like so. Here's the file explorer, and you can see a little tilde symbol, which represents the git status. But there are other statuses of a single file, like git status along with the file size and LSP diagnostics. And there are so many other things that you can show on this filer window or a file manager window. But I don't want to directly include those status symbols in this plugin directly. That's why I'm making or upgrading this plugin so that it can accept some custom extensions, and I can provide those extra symbols or extra status like LSP diagnostic, git status, file size, or recently used times through the extension instead of making them built in, because uh, I want to reduce as much load as I can. I mean, I want to make this plugin as minimal or bare bone so that user can extend this according to their liking instead of putting everything in a single repository. It makes code base more easily maintainable. And yeah, okay, is this Linux? Yes, it's Arch Linux with Hyperland Display Manager or Window Manager. I don't know the correct term. Yeah, Display Manager is a SDDM and Window Manager is Hyperland. Got it. So let's fix, the last thing is to fix for today is this draft changes. So let's never used Linux before, but this looks so cool. Really? Yeah, Linux is actually cool. And the most important thing in Linux is the speed. I mean, the speed is pretty amazing. Explorer Lua. Let's go here and let's find out where's the draft change. Uh-oh. I think I miss draft changes. Wait just a minute. Maybe it's on the diff. I mean, maybe. Yeah, we have draft changes here. Oh, phew. Okay, so what do we have to do? Just stash all the changes we did and grab back those changes. Uh, what do we call it? It's draft changes and draft undraft changes. We need only two functions and then we're done. But let's first of all fix some obvious functions, like this thing. Okay, wait just a minute. I think there is some problem. Uh, I don't want to do it, but I think I have to do this thing. I don't have any choice. Let's bring back, where is this? This one. Let's get this thing from here, put it right here. I don't want to do that, but there's nothing I can do. So mappings. So these are the mappings here. And let's bring back this close view, close view action right here, and close. Perfect. Let's open the actions. Actually, there's no need of this thing. Let's put it right back here. Okay, perfect. And now we have to do just simply m.enclose, and in enclose we will return a function, and instead of returning another function, we can do fyler.close. Simple. Or maybe not calling it, just return it. Yeah, it's pretty easy. So what are we going to do next is to bring back those draft changes function, I guess. There's one more thing in the configuration. Let's bring back this close view and close view here. Perfect. Now we can open the lazy git, and in this thing we have to stash every change that we did. Let's stage all the changes, and stash temperf. Okay, so what do we have to do? We just get the draft function. In Explorer Lua, we have a draft changes function here, like that. Let's grab those things, and let's put all this thing like G for pop. Let's pop all the things that we did here. Perfect. And let's quit out of here, finder init, and where we are, here. Where we can put those, yeah, here. And instead of the module m, we can use a finder. And instead of file trees, just files, much more simpler name. That should do the trick. Let me just one more time check, where is this draft function? Draft changes. Okay, finally we have it. So okay, let's just see. So we can open it. Dispatch refresh function. Okay. Come on. Let's change all those things, like dispatch refresh. Dispatch refresh. Let's bring them to the quick fixed. Let's do cdo substitute the draft, not draft, dispatch refresh, or maybe just change the underscore dispatch to just dispatch. this patch. Confirm them, like yes, 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 yes. Now we have to do one more substitution for draft changes, underscore draft changes, like that. Let's do cdo draft to draft. Here, 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 like that. Are there any more substitutions? A change directory. Okay, we will come back to this later. No worries. There's no deal with that. It's just self.dir. Current dir self.dir. The change directory, actually it's pretty handy, so let's bring that thing back as well. Are you developing file manager for neovim? Yeah, I'm upgrading it. It's actually live and you can use it, and in this stream I'm upgrading it so that it can accept extensions, I mean custom extensions, like extensions more like telescope, not exactly, but yeah. So in the same way, like telescope accept extensions so that it can improve or extend the functionality, or to be specific, built-in functionality. In the same way, we are developing the extension support so that any other developer can create extension to extend the built-in functionality of this file explorer. And my current target is just to add better file statuses like git status, LSP diagnostics, the recently used file time, and there's one more thing, the file size as well. And actually you can create your own custom extensions however you like. So I want to just refactor this whole code base, not whole code base, just some particular components, and then this plugin is good to use with extensions. And by the way, welcome to the live stream. Anyways, pointer and I really like it. File manager in neovim much better than real file manager. I use oil.nvim. Actually, this file manager is very, very, very similar to oil.nvim, but instead of providing a simple directory level view, you can have a full tree structure like a neotree, like in neotree. If I open it like that, you can see in this image, this file manager allows you the best, I mean, allows you to edit this file system like oil.nvim, and at the same time, it provides you this tree structure view like neotree. So it has the best of both worlds. Um, that's the signature feature of this plugin. I mean, you have same, I mean, best of both functionality like neotree and the oil.nvim. So where we are. Uh, so we need a change directory function. Yeah, this one. This is the last function, I guess. Pointer int. Um, let's do it in the finder like that. And how we create a file? Okay, like here. We don't need to self-update this time, like that. And there you go. This is the last function, and we complete the missile puzzle piece. And I think everything should work fine this time. Okay, let's just try this thing out. Okay, looks like working to me. And indentation markers are not working because I disable those indentation marker for now because I want to, I want to refactor the code for indentation markers because uh, the initial code for providing the indentation markers is not so performant. I mean, for every single text changes, we have to re-render all the indentation markers. I mean, our previous approach is not that performant, so I have to find a better way to render all the indentation markers. I still finding those things, but the best thing I have in my mind using the same approach that snacks.nvim uses. Actually, snacks.nvim has a pretty cool approach which I have never seen before. Like if I want to open, or maybe snacks.nvim. I think it's decoration. Yeah, I want to use this approach instead of, having what to say, the auto commands. I don't want to use auto commands. Instead, I want to use decoration providers, which is much more performant than an auto command, right? So that we no longer have to remove and re-render all the indentation markers. So that's the thing I want to do it. So let's see if all the window kinds are working fine or not. So this is the filer with normal thing, perfect. And if I open filer with a kind of float, so float is also working, not a problem. Let me disable one thing on highlight float. Okay, so border is now good, or maybe the previous border is much better. Yeah, yeah, it's good. I don't have any problem with that. So you can open files like that. Oh, swap file. I don't really care. There is one more split left most. It's also working. Let's close it. Split right most. It's also working. Split above above all. Yeah, seems to be working. Split below all. This is the last one, I guess. Yeah. So it's every view is working, right? Okay. Everything seems to be in place. And there's one more thing that I want to do is let's do a thing like test fs, and if I open it up, the current file is no longer focus, which shouldn't happen. As I know, Loajit can use, so files you can write some modules. Did you think about it? I mean, not actually. I never tried it once. And I'm not sure, so sure about C and C++ through Luajit because I don't ever feel to, what's the correct word? I never need this thing to test C++ file with Lua.jit, actually. I know my English is not that good, but this is all I have. It's not my first language. So, anyways, what do we have to do? Fyler, Lua, um, track buffer, right? Wait just a minute. Hello. We have manager.lua. If I open it, and nothing is happening. Hello is also not printing. Why? Auto commands. Um, track current buffer. I think I disable it. Same, however, I learned like English for 10 years. Nice. Let's see. Um, track. Do we have the track? Wait just a minute. What's the default value of a track buffer? Um, track current buffer. The value is true. Then why this thing is not working? So let me print a hello. If this auto command sent correctly or not. Hmm, why am I not? Uh, okay, I got it. That's why it's not working. I simply disabled all the auto commands for this plugin for temporary purposes. Okay, now hello is working. Okay, so let's do and do readme. Open it up. Yeah, now cursor is focused on the readme. And let's open a nested file like a HLS Lua. If I open now, you can see our cursor is on the correct file, hls.lua. Perfect. That is also working. Nice. I think the last thing that we have to deal with, let me do make. Okay, make is also working. Okay. This thing. Okay. Um, let's remove any extra abstraction. I don't want to do that. I mean, when I look back into my previous code, I mean, more and more I look into this previous code that I wrote, I feel like what I'm doing back then. I mean, I do over abstraction like a lot, and which make things overcomplicated sometimes. But yeah, I think that's pretty natural because I was a beginner back then. So, what's the deal? So if we have an open filer window, right? The thing is, if we have a open filer window, then we have to do one thing. So if there is no win, if there is no what to say, um, recover, huh? Um, this is it's a little questionable. If there is a buffer which enters in a window and that window is actually a filer window, then we have to recover all of the window options, right? Or to be specific, we have to close the window. Yeah, but there will be a problem with this approach because the window method that I'm using to close down the filer window is not, in sync with the Finder module, because the thing is, whenever we closes a filer window by any kind of event, we have to do, we have to make this current underscore current value to nil. It simply represents that there is no current active Finder instance. I think I have to think about it a lot before implementing any further. All right, guys, so I think it's a good time to end the stream. If you have any questions about it, then you can ask, because we are going to close this stream. I think that's it for the stream. We have to come up with an idea how we can refactor a little bit code base so that whenever a filer window closes by any means, we have to reset the value of current variable in the Finder module. Don't worry, I can find it in no time. There is no problem. So if you have any question, then ask. I will answer those right away. Do, 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 do. Okay, I think there are no questions, so I'm gonna end this stream right now. Okay, so thank you for watching the stream. If you like these kind of contents, making filer, I don't have any question. Everything is fine. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to end this stream right now. If you like these kind of content, um, making different things, like new things, not like a to-do application, then you can subscribe to the channel to get live stream notification. But to be honest, I don't stream a lot because I'm not a dedicated YouTuber. I'm just a developer who streams for fun and some kind of information or knowledge purposes, nothing more. So see ya, guys. I will meet you in the next stream. Until then, bye bye.